A very warm and pleasant good morning to all my dear students of class 5A and B. So today we will do the continuation of the same chapter which we were doing that day of a bountiful nature. So today we will complete the chapter. We are left with two topics. That day we completed introduction, types of natural resources and importance of natural resources. Right, so we completed these three topics. Now today we will do conservation of resources and alternative resources. Hope you all read the chapter. Hope you all revised the chapter, whatever I have taught you. Hope you all remember what we did that day. So briefly, let's recap what we did that day. Okay. So we learned about two types of natural resources. They are renewable and non-renewable resources, right? Renewable resources are those resources which can be renewed, which can be used again and again. Like for example, the most appropriate example for renewable resources is sun. Sun is a renewable resource. It will never get over. It will shine every morning and it will set every evening. So sun is a kind of natural resources which can be used for again and again and again and again. Okay, so that is the best example for renewable resources. And there we can use there are other renewable resources also, like forest, agriculture, crops, grasses, animals, but they need to be reproduced in favorable condition. Okay, if we cut down forests and if we don't plant trees, then we will not get the resources. It cannot be renewed on their own. We have to create the situation so that they can renew. So if they are given favorable condition, they also can renew. So these all are also such as resources such as forest, agriculture, crops, grass and animals. They are also known as renewable resources and they can reproduce in favorable condition. Water flowing, Water is also a kind of natural resources. Nowadays, people, what they do, they collect water flowing from the rivers and they collect in a dam and they build big dams so that they can generate electricity. So water is also a kind of natural resources. Okay, and water is also a renewable resources. They are recycling the water, they are storing the water, they are recycling the water and making what? They are making dams, and they are out of that they are generating electricity. So water is also known as a renewable resources. Okay, and non-renewable resources are those resources. So these two, you have to remember these two kinds of resources. One is the renewable resources, other is the non-renewable resources. So what are non-renewable resources? The word itself is telling non-renewable, means it cannot be renewed. It will take millions of years to get renewed again. Such examples of such resources are minerals, metals, fossil fuels like coal and petroleum. So we have coal and petroleum, but if we make use of it in a large quantity, what it will get? It will get depleted. That is happening in the world. We people are utilizing too much of coal and petroleum, so it is in a stage of getting depleted. So these all are non-renewable resources. It cannot be renewed in just 1 or 2 years. It takes millions of years to form that. So they all are known as non-renewable resources. So why are resources important? We learned about that also. Resources are very important in our day-to-day life. Okay, so whatever we use, in fact everything that we use in our daily life is a form of natural resources. So now we will continue with the chapter conservation of resources. What do you mean by conservation? What is the meaning of the word conservation? Conservation means to save. In a simple word, if I say, conservation means to save for the future use. Okay, so how can we make proper use of the resources? Okay, we will learn about conservation of resources now. Natural resources can be conserved by using alternative source of energy like wind energy and solar energy, both of which can be used to generate electricity. So what is the meaning of conservation? So conservation means how we can conserve the natural resources. How can we conserve that? We can conserve it by making use of the alternate resources. There are alternate. Okay, we have to create some alternate resources for it, like wind energy and solar energy. They both are used for what? They both are used for generating electricity. Wind also can be used to generate electricity, and solar energy, they produce what they produce many electronic appliances which run by solar energy. So we can make use of those alternate resources in order to conserve the natural resources. Why it is necessary for us to conserve resources? It is very necessary for us to conserve resources for our future generation, because if we use all those resources in excess, what will happen? It will get depleted, and our future generation, they will not be able to use all these natural resources. So it is very much nowadays, government and everyone, they make appeal to conserve resources. Go green, you have to use all those resources which does not affect natural environment, right? So it is very much important to make use of the alternate resources so that we can conserve a little bit of resources for our future generation also. Okay, so close monitoring by government and environmentalists can be of great help. If the environmentalists are those people who work for the betterment of the environment. Okay, so if they and the government, they come together and they monitor all the natural resources and all the environment closely, then it is possible for us to conserve our natural resources. Okay, creating nationwide awareness through education, TV, newspaper in both rural and urban area can help reducing strain in natural environment. So creating awareness is one of the means through which we can conserve our natural resources, because there are all categories of people, right? Some are educated, some are uneducated. So it is very important to create awareness among the people. They should be explained why it is important for us to conserve the natural environment. What will happen if we overuse the natural resources? What will be the consequences for it? What all we have to face in future? So it is very necessary to create awareness among the people, and it should be done in both rural and urban area. Okay, so it can be done through education, TV, newspaper, all this social media. Okay, all this like education in nowadays in all the schools, this EVS, these subjects are compulsory, because if we learn from small only, then only we will be able to know what is the importance of natural resources. If we overuse it, it will get depleted, it will get extinct. So it will be a problem for the future generation. So we can make proper use of it. We don't overuse it. Okay, at home also, that applies to all of us. Even we as a citizen, we also have to conserve our natural resources. If we see electricity, do not switch on the lights unnecessarily. Do not leave the taps open like that only. If you are not watching TV, you switch it off. Not just from the remote, switch it off from there. So you are saving little bit. We have to contribute like that only. Okay, we cannot contribute in a huge manner, but we can contribute little. Like if you can go by walking to some places, it is nearby, so you go by walking. That way you are saving fuel also. So by all the small gestures, what we do, we conserve our natural resources. So we as a citizen, we also should be responsible for that. Okay, so that we can go and tell others also to do that. If you see at home also, you can do that. If you see that lights are on, you just go and switch it off when it is not needed. So be a responsible citizen. Okay, so there are steps through which we can conserve our natural resources. Number 1 is protection of flora and fauna. What are flora and fauna? Flora are the plants and fauna means the animals. And planting trees or afforestation. We should plant more and more trees to save our natural resources. Adopting cleaner and alternative fuel. We should make use of we should make use of the cleaner fuel. Okay, we should use recyclable material. We should try make use of the material which is recyclable. Okay, we should not use poly bags. They take thousands of years to get degraded. Okay, so we should make use of the paper bags. They are easily decomposed. Okay, then use renewable resources energy. We should make use of only those resources which can be renewed. Adopting eco-friendly method to protect the environment. What do you mean by eco-friendly? Which are friendly to the environment, okay, which does not harm the environment. We should try make use of those eco-friendly materials, okay. Then separating biodegradable waste from non-biodegradable waste. Okay, biodegradable means those waste which is decomposed easily, okay, and non-biodegradable means it cannot be decomposed easily. So we should separate those two wastes also. At home also you can make two separate bins for the biodegradable waste, like this vegetable all this peel and all, onion peel, all these things, fruits like fruit peels and all, these all are biodegradable. It gets decomposed. Similarly, the packets in which your like food are packed, right, all those Maggie packets, YY packets and all these chips packets, these all are non-biodegradable. So we should have two separate bins for that. In one you should put all those waste material which is easily degraded, and in other we should put all those material which cannot be decomposed easily. So that is also one kind in which we can conserve our natural resources. Conserving water, closing tap when they are not being used. This is the most important thing. We should not waste water. We should always make sure that we close the tap when we are not using it. Then using public method of transport that helps save fuel. What I said earlier also, you should make less use of cars and all. If you can go by walking to some places, you go by walking. Instead of going by car, you go by walking till there. Or you make use of the public transport. So public means in one vehicle only there are many people, right? But not in this situation, but now not in this pandemic situation, but in the normal days you can make use of the public transport more, where in one vehicle only there are many people going in the same place, okay. Instead of that way you will save fuel, okay. Use CNG to run vehicles, okay. Then preventing soil erosion and preserving its fertility. Preventing soil erosion and preserving its fertility, okay. Then we will learn about the last topic now, that is alternative resources, okay. So what is CNG? CNG is a compressed gas which can be used instead of fuel like petrol, diesel and all. It can run vehicle. It is a compressed gas, okay. If it is filled in the car, then it can run without the petrol and diesel. So it is a compressed form of gas, okay. Then alternative resources. Due to the sharp rise in human population, there is immense pressure on natural resources. So nowadays this population is increasing in a very rapid manner, right? India is the second most populated country after China. So because of this like increase in human population, there is immense pressure on natural resources. So it is obvious when population is higher, then the uses of natural resources will also increase, right? So the natural resources, it is on immense pressure. This means that people have to look for other source of energy. So it is very much now like necessary for people to find out alternate for all the resources. Like scientists are looking for new sources of fuel such as solar energy for our daily functions like running cars. So scientists, they are every day they are trying to find out, they are researching so that they can find out alternate for all the resources. Like they are working on how to make use of solar energy for our daily functions like running cars, solar cars also. Scientists are trying to invent solar cars, and that would help save fossil fuels. So if the cars they are run by solar energy, then what will happen? We can save fossil fuels like petrol, diesel and all. It will be saved. So in Japan, they are very high in technology. Japan, their technology is number one in all around, right? So in Japan, there are cars that run on solar energy. Japan, they have invented cars which can run on solar energy. This is why solar energy is also called the energy resources of the future. solar energy, it can be used in many forms. Japan, they already are using solar energy to run cars. So this is the reason why solar energy is also called the energy resources of future. So in future, it is the most important source of energy for the future generation. The solar energy is the most important source of energy for future generation. Did you all learn from the chapter? Now I know there is this part. No, now I know. What did you all learn in this chapter? We need resources for our day-to-day needs. Resources are very important for us in our day-to-day life. Then number 2, resources are of 2 types. I explained you resources are of 2 types, renewable and non-renewable. There are alternative source of energy like sun and wind. Okay, we can make use of the alternative resources also. They are the sun and wind. Misuse of natural resources will lead to depletion of resources. As I said, we should not misuse the resources. We should use only that much quantity of resources which is needed for us. We should not make use of it like lavishly. We should try conserving it. Okay, it will not, otherwise it will lead to depletion. It will get depleted. Then conservation is necessary to preserve our resources for future generation. Conservation is necessary, right? Why is conservation necessary? It is necessary for our future generation. Then solar energy is called the energy resources of future. So solar energy, in the last line of the chapter it is written, this is why solar energy is also called the energy resources for future. Okay, because out of sun, out of solar energy, we can do many things. So solar energy is called the energy resources of the future. So that's all for today. We have come to the end of the chapter now. Now we will all send this exercise. We will all send this exercise answers in your WhatsApp group. Okay, so now in the next class we will start with a new chapter. Till then, be a good children, stay home, stay safe, keep following your online classes regularly. See you all in the next class. Have a good day.